Hello and welcome to Tyranny. What you get if you take a nation and strip it so. Right, let's speak with... Actually... Fatebinder Nunavo. Await your next move. Okay. The mysticum of the spire pulses to the cadence of your heart. The ancient structure awaits your command. There is so much that doesn't make sense. I'll second that. Seems like just yesterday I was training you to take a punch. Now you're the... what do I call you? The Archon of Spires? You're a hilarious man. I'm not sure who's actually in control here, the Spire enchanting my powers, or am I feeling the power of the Spire? My link to the Spire is confounding. Why me? The Spires in the tiers are linked. Just how far does this connection go? As soon as your mind flashes to intend your question, you lose sense of your feet, and your vision expands to the Spire on the horizon. Reach out as far as you can. As you would command your arms to extend, you think onwards, your mind feeling cognized and the verticality of the spire. You follow this sensation down the soil, and your sensation stretches underground, radiating through the Vendrian well, valley, and breaching out to the old wells that ring the mountains, and from there out to the surrounding old wells, the spires of the tiers. You issue a soft hum into resonator, and then fall silent, stretching your senses across the tiers to hear how far your voice can be felt. The power of the edict swells inside you, yet your voice is but a whimper. Everywhere Kairos Edict still holds away. But where Kairos Edict no longer churns, your voice echoes with power. Should you will it, the spire will resonate your voice across these lands, enchanting a new edict of your own making. Why do I get the feeling there's a wall somewhere against commanding with the spires? Anyway, learn anything? The spire can't seem to reach where Kairos edicts still churn, but otherwise I think the spire can reach out everywhere in the tiers. This is quite remarkable, all of it. Rogalus would be amazed. One of his students, he's now master of spire, well, more jealous than amazed. My link to the spire is confounding. Why me? Your mind returns to the Ascension Hall when you silently took charge of the assumed control of the siege, satisfying the demands of Kairos Edict in the process. Sensation of the searing heat, the chilling cold, course through your body as you relieve the weightless moment when the edict broke, the fateful instance when the levy vashed and the arcane current of Kairos magic were set free. It was this moment that the spire's old sigil of awakening, long curved by its prior occupants, was set ablaze by the arcane tempest. The spire knows the first moment it found you, and so now you know this too, but whether the meeting was by accident or by design is unknown to you both. Melacroth, you still with us? Did the spire enlighten you? Just images and sounds, nor firm answer. Okay, and let's say this then. There was a flash of an assault on Ascension Hall, restoring the edict, execution, the arcane black on the broken edict seems the probable cause. There was a flash of the assault on Ascension Hall, and the resolution of the edict of execution. The arcane black lash of the broken edict seems to be probable cause. When you do that, when you listen to the spire, you have the same look on your face as when Belden Mark cast his sense out through the shadows. I'm not sure who's actually in control. Actually, I am. Let's say this anyway. Your mind drifts to bygone days and past events along the rush memories you know as your own comes and surge of images, voices and pangs of joy and sadness either long forgotten or remembered by someone else. The heat of the burning library still radiates in your lungs and heart. While it's a bit disconcerting that you occasionally exhale steam, the effect seems harmless, reminder of the power lurking inside of you. The clawing weight of granite over your head, the pressing slabs of gneiss against your chest, these memories of Cairn now live in your mind, as does the recipe for his undoing. Pinpricks of electricity spark behind your eyeballs, and the slightest breath is filled your lungs with rush of moist air. You move to brush rolls and burrows dust from the skin, only to realize the sensation is just a phantom itch of the blade grave. The Blade Grave is the name given to what remains of the realm of Starward. After its urination, when Chaos proclaimed the Edict of Storms upon the land, the magical storm struck the disfavored and unbroken armies during the height of their engagement. Now most of what remains is a blighted landscape of descended armor and weapons, high winds and rust human dust. Very funny. They say only the Overlord can create an edict, and it has never been clear if the Overlord can destroy an edict, and when the edict is resolved, what becomes of the colossal quantities of mystic energy bound into the said edict. Half of me is rather curious, almost jealous, wondering what it is you're experiencing when this thing speaks, or whatever it does, to you. The other half is glad it's your mind that's being violated by ancient edifice, not mine. The edicts you've encountered cower in your immediate memory. Whether a splitter or fragments of the edict you helped to resolve have taken root, flowing into your mind as intuitive understand. I can have been the first person to mess with this device. Focus on the spare. There is something else I'm curious about. Your focus returns to the moment. The air ripples with heat and sparks come. A low chanting of your name echoes through your head. Melakroth. Touch the resonator and concentrate. What could possibly go wrong? I am here behind you, soldiers. Fight hard and don't retreat without permission. As you touch the stone structure, your sense to the moment slows and you feel the entries of the tears at your fingerprints. The spire stands ready to channel your will. What can I do now? Oh, look at that. Edicts. Wait. That's my power level. Oh my lord, I have over 1,900. I can cast an edict. Control fire. Oh, fire magic spells. I will cast the Edict of Fire. Burning energy of the fire to a large region of the world. This generates incurable heat, sometimes flame, as well as threatening the powers of magic. Exhausting deserts like the heat withstand the region, dries up all natural sources of water. All characters have their magic skill increased. The Fate Binder's party also heals a portion of frost damage received, and consumables are far more effective. Foes become fatigued and have a penalty of quickness. Okay. Plus 15 to all magic. Exhausted desert. Okay, we read that. In this, what does that do? Magic skills, control stone, defend against prone attacks. Control stone. It's the fire one. Let's do this. Issue the edict. What? The binder takes a step back, scanning the view of the valley below, filled with magic of your edict. It actually worked, Malacroft. How? I mean, did Karos grant you the edict proclaim? Just don't say anything. You can't expect. It's not possible. Only the Overlord can cast an edict, or so I believed. He regards you with a cautioned glare. I knew you held a greatness within you, my friend, but how could I have imagined you'd possess such a breed of magic? And thus I released the fires of hell upon my enemies. This battle was over even before it started. This changes everything. Every eye in the Tears and the North will be upon you now. But first, you must survive this battle. Go and finish off your foes while your edict has them off balance, terrified and running. Act now before they can regain their senses. Now I must stand steadily here at the ready to take the spire should you fall. If anyone takes it up here, they'll have to get through me. Good luck, my friend. Thank you, Fate Binder Noval. Ah. Let's kill those pathetic bugs. There will be a stepping stone beneath my boots, and I will not spare a single one of those attackers. Let their Archon flee in fear. Let him know my power. Let him bow or die at my command. I see flames here. Not as fireproof as you would imagine. Run! Run, you pathetic cowards! In the meantime, I'll harness my powers and destroy every single one of them. A gang of salt-stained Scarlet Chorus trials behind Dark Knell, a mixture of awe and confusion resting upon their face, willing to burn your own valley to ashes just to put us down. I almost like your style. She looks behind her, hundreds of fleeing courtsmen. Think I needed all those unwashed idiots? Just means that me and the top gangs get the best pickings. We'll be happy to lay you rest in the little funeral pyre you've built for yourself. She turns to her soldier and let out from her warrior's echoes, the battle cry, descent tone. With rage in their eyes, the warriors readied their weapons, eager for a fight. Oh! You people are fools! Did you not hear the proclaim of the edict? Either I cast the edict myself, or did so with the Overlord's blessing. Think that through your very little heads. Do not liken yourself to the Overlord. Your magic may have started my weaker troops, but your magic is nothing by my own blood chanters could not affect. Isn't that right? Yes, isn't that right? Enough talk. You'll be trampled and forgotten. Only the voice of Nara to remember your name. But he won't, for he will die, just as you shall fall this day. First of all, since fire is what we know best, attack them with fire and lightning. Shit. Frozen Grasp, no, we need fire spells, I'm sorry to say. This one. I am burning, it seems. Very well. As effective as those things are, I think I can handle it right now. Focus on this one. I need him dead. Are you afraid? Don't be, for their end draws near. Let us show them my might. Ow. This one is almost dead. Finish him off quickly. Use this spell. It's part of you now. I want you to retreat immediately. Do I have this spell ready? Yes.
Pay attention, kids. You might learn something.
Seems like they're getting for my healer. Try to heal yourself before you die.
Right?
What happened? Oh, great. Got a wound. It's alright though. This one is dead. Attack this one. Verse is not here, but we can return them to the source. Use it on this one.
I don't need that rip described.
Still alive. That was interesting, consider that we actually did manage to cost it. Aren't you supposed to be very powerful? Very well. Oh, come on, where do you keep coming from? You're supposed to be much more powerful than I thought. No, Frozen Grasp won't do it. Phantom Boat. Let's use this. You keep trying my patience. Leave now. Burn this one. My arm to attack went stronger. Kick him where it hurts. Still alive though. Using a lot of my potions here. It's not something I enjoy. What does that do? Generates an hour around the target that prevents allies from being knocked prone. Touch. Okay. No. Use this.
If I must.
Yes, you do. Huh. This one's next. Summon that one again. And I myself will burn one of you. The control of fire went up. Let's see the leaping kick in action. There you go. This one next. Thunder take you. You. Burn this one.
I suppose I can do that.
Let him burn. Are you stunned now? Apparently so. I should have been a little bit more careful here. But we did it. And what is this? Crimson Great Spear. Claim for myself. How many wounds do I have? Just one. I can go back to my castle and rest. I can't get out of my castle actually, that's interesting. What do I need to do now? Where's Havarai the Scarlet Course? You have successfully repulsed the attack upon the Vendrian Well Citadel. Return to the top of the spire and regroup. Shocked and demoralized by your display of power, and the ease with which you dispatched their leader, the Scarlet Chorus fighters lose their nerve and scatter in defeat. The survivors carry with them fearful murmurs of a powerful Archon, Melakroth, being of enormous might, who can cast the edict with the same authority as the Overlord. Confusion sets in across the realm. Amid the whispers, desperation, one fact remains constant: the Overlord's powers has been challenged. Your safety assume that such rumors are making their way back to Kairos. Oh, I can safely assume. Sorry. Swift things to your eyes as your edict breathes your spire in oppressive heat. Its weight felt everywhere in the valley. Slowly, the temperature wanes, turning into nearly unbearable to almost tolerable. Over the next few days, the extreme heat eventually dissipates as your edict ends, releasing Vendrion's well from its molded grasp. You gather a small council at your closest allies and plan your next step from the safety of your spire. No sooner do you get started that Kaliel, Fatebinder of Tunon, pays a visit bearing an important message. Speak, fool! Kaliel, I keep hearing about this little spy you've been calling your own. Nodding with smirk, Fatebinder Kaliel peers over the edge of the tower. Now that you've slaughtered those who would take your land, I think your claim is as official as it gets. Just glare silently. No one's entirely sure. Wait. Yeah. No one's entirely sure what to make of you these days, Melakroth. They all say you spoke an edict of fire, not proclamation of an edict of Kairos, but your own edict of fire, your own mystic conflagration. What can I say? Important words, important sounding words, complicated important sounding words. You are no mere Fatebinder. Of that much we can all be certain. You've been proclaimed and broken the Overlord's edict perhaps one too many times. If I had known you could do this when I first met you, I'd maybe have tried to earnest to kill you. I hope for the sake of Taurus that the right person has inherited this gift. You are powerful in ways that gang bosses and mages aren't. You commanded this place to do your bidding and unleash something incredible on the world. That isn't the work of a Fatebinder. If anything, it's the work of an Archon. I don't have any idea how you'd be able to do this, but it isn't power that any scholar can wield. This is something else. You're not some ambitious hedge mage who learned in out of a book. You're more like an Archon, where it just comes naturally. Of course it does. I always knew you'd be a delightful bit of trouble, but I didn't think you had the touch of the Overlord's powers in you. Why didn't you tell me? Now that I have this power, others will fear me, and for a good reason. I'm still not sure the power is entirely my own, or what it all means. You've known me a long time. My greatness shouldn't be a surprise. Yeah, let's be kind of smirky guy. So I assume this means you'll be addressing me as an Overlord now. No. You've known me a long time. My greatness shouldn't be a surprise to you. She chuckled, shaking her head at you with a grin. For a moment I was envious of this power of yours, then I realized I'm not the one with threat to the Overlord's pain on my forehead. Yeah, sure you're not. I could bring orders direct from Overlord. Kaliel clears her throat, her voice becoming sober and severe. Kairos has agreed to 2 things. First, the Overlord has demanded that one and only one Archon is fit to rule the tiers. To that end, the Archons are to settle through death or dominions. Who is the one? Archon fit to inherit the tiers. And the second degree? Kairos has decreed you are the newest Archon, of course. So the Overlord Archons now have orders to control or destroy you, and the other way around. Her face becomes beaming smile. See? This is why I try to avoid getting Kairos' attention. And to be clear, this is a command from Kairos, but not an edict. Correct, there is no edict backing this order. Such encouragement hardly seems necessary when the task is its own reward. The Overlord has merely recreated Kairos' peace. The Archons may kill or maim each other without breaking any walls. Kairos knows, rightly so, that emittance, new and old, will drive the Archons to mutual destruction. The Overlord needs only remove the apprentice peace and watch the ensuing violence. Would you have preferred another to do or die? Out of the court, have you heard what Tyranny and Belden Mark think of this? As per usual, Tyranny has emotional rage of Pumix, but Belden Mark seems almost giddy. I think the old Shadow is already putting names on his daggers. I was wondering if Belden Mark would hear this order and promptly stab Tyranny, but no. It would seem the Archon of Shadow is happy to serve Tyranny. Makes sense, I never know the old Shadow to crave that kind of power. You'll have to deal with them too, I fear. Lately, for how that will turn out, I imagine Tyranny is too loyal to bow to you, Belden Mark too proud to accept you as his better. There is no way this ends well for us, for some of us. Thank you for delivering the message. That'll be all. You are dismissed. First step is exciting. You won't bow to one of the Archons. I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming struggle. Know that when you become, when you come for Belden Mark and Tyranny, I and the other fated bounders won't interfere. Thank you, Kallio. That's reassuring. Let's get one thing clear. I want no part of this little contest, Fate Binder. Sorry, Archon, I bow to you. The rest of your madmen can fight over the right to rule this mountainous shithole. Oh, come on, Cyrene. It's fun. That sounds fun. This is for posterity's sake, so more formality, please. Gain fear with her, a lot of it. This power is going to your head faster than I even thought it possible. So be it, I, Serene Archon of Song, hereby swear fealty to Malacroft. Happy now? You're a delightful little brat, aren't you? A question me and other binders have been asking. Can you do this again? None of our believes in you. Another, who shall remain nameless, takes the more cynical stance that the Overlord has hand so far up. Okay, she can puppet your mouth, and you couldn't cast second edict if you tried. Me? I think you have it in you. Or at least, I like the idea of proclaiming an edict of yours someday. Okay, I don't know. Now that you've mentioned it, curiously demand we try having you proclaim an edict of mine. Should we? Let's say this. Are you serious? You'd let me do that? Take the dictation, please, Landry. When to say Landry, please record my second edict for all time and memory, right? Gladly. Address a proclamation against the Stone Sea and the Chorus headquarters, Cacophony. He writes your words with deliberate, glassful penmanship. The chorus has tasted of fire, let them taste storm now. With the edict complete, Kallio approaches the edge of the spire, with as much projection as her voice can muster, reads aloud your edict. And nothing happens. Kallio slumps her shoulder with disappointment whimper. Well, it worked when Kairos writes it down. Perhaps there is some trick to it that I haven't learned yet. I'm certain my voice is an essential requirement. It helps that the sculpture here atop the spire resonates around. Yes, I have a wonderful voice, as you can probably tell. But your power most certainly worked when you used your own voice, so we at least know that your voice is an essential part of invoking your powers, or at least for so far. I would imagine Kara spoke a great number of edicts before learning how to write them down for others to proclaim. Agree. Knowledge is power. Landry, you're good in that department. Teach me more edicts, man! In truth, I am a bit relieved. While I relish the thought of being your harbinger of non-negotiable death, I'm not sure being the conduit for such arcane forces is something I should be taking so lightly. Then again, perhaps your past proclamations are part of what set the seed of this power in you. Anyway, it's an honor to be part of this experiment. I say we try this again some other day, learn more about what you can do with your power, and someday I'll be your herald of doom. It will be a date. Yes, most certainly will. When you rule Tartarus, look me up. If you are successful, I know we'll be in need of a new Archon to serve. I know I'm mostly sober, but just so we're clear, you did just issue an edict, right? First you cast an edict, then this full-on war of Archons. This whole chapter of the Chronicle it's reading like fiction. So Kairos has ordered all the Archons to fight in out until one of the strongest remains. I think we can now safely say that the Scarlet Chorus philosophy has been vindicated. One last thing. Hesitating before she leaves, Kallio taps the parchment she has been holding to her forehead, with self-deprecating scoff. Oh, this talk of you being the second coming of the Overlord, and I almost forgot my duties. This is a court summons from Beld and Malk, 2 nonsense sign. I suggest you read it carefully as part of your preparation. Your survival may depend on it. Good luck, Archon. A message, you say? This shall be interesting. Cyrene. Okay, by your kind, trustworthy ways. Really? My kind and trustworthy? Apparently you haven't listened to a single thing I've said on the subject of spires. Salutation, Melicroft. This is difficult to separate facts from superstition when it comes to edicts, as it seems only Kairos know how it all works. The rest of us are left to live in fear of pondering it. Okay, Kairos edicts are sort of magic, above and beyond even the Archons. I dare say that the edicts are stronger than Kairos, as there is no evidence Kairos could willingly stop an edict once set into motion. Which is part why Kairos edicts seems to have an until or unless clause in their wondering. I know the edict, as powerful as it is, requires a human voice to complete the casting. Thus the Overlord has people like you proclaiming edicts cast far from the Imperial throne. The magic is Kairos magic, but the human voice is the final carrier or trigger to complete the magic phenomenon. And here, what's most fascinating, at last, as far as you're concerned, there have been dozens of mortal agents who have been made to proclaim edict. 2/3 of them died within a decade, and many gave reports of lingering mystic scar for the Orel. And there have also been a handful to resolve or break an edict. these until the unless clause get fulfilled from time to time, and we see a similar pattern in history. Those who resolve an edict often live short lives, and many speak of the arcane side effect of the Shattered Edict. Oh my lord, that's a long text. Okay. Of the Shattered, yes. Here where you are unique. To the best of my fact-finding, you are the first to proclaim and break exact same edict. Whatever mystical power is involved in this creation and destruction of such magic, you're the first to stand all terminal of both. Now that I have known that the spirits can be awoken, it makes sense that if anyone can or would wake them from slumber, a Shattered Edict seems likely culprit. Karok's other edicts in place through the tears. If you truly wish to learn more, perhaps you should take it upon yourself to shatter those edicts. After all, if Karos did not wish for the edicts to be broken, why include a termination clause? Mythoris. Okay, that's nice. Solicite her advice. I appreciate the information. Thank you for sharing. Knowing what you know of my situation, what would you do? Malacroth. Send it. Right, so today we proclaimed an edict, a historical day to say the least. I think I'm going to rest for 8 hours, but and next time we're going to, well, actually Landry and Ebb want to speak with me. Right, so next time we're gonna speak with the peoples and we're gonna rest. Actually, let's rest right now. Then we'll speak with the people the next time we'll walk. Come on. So, see you all next time. Goodbye.